have the Stampede though, which is a little worrisome, but they also know the Hand of God won't be there.
Yeah, God Strength
They
also
do get
not available.
Star Scan, okay.
Earth Splitter. And they're still just trying to hold on to this tower for all they can. Fly.
Jeez, that's a mech on Puppey though. He has brought back the Hand of God.
Oh goodness. Yeah, and they're just gonna back out.
How many coursers we had? Just 3, so they've adopted another one.
They could go on to Nisha here. Avalanche, MidOne trying to find it. They don't go for the splitter as of yet. They find it afterwards. MidOne very low. The stomp coming from S4 finds it onto them. The sleep afterwards. Nisha's in trouble. He's going down, and the Fisher's actually blocking them up, getting closer. This is Nisha possibly going down. Hand of God, mechanism, everything to save my Wraith King, but it is not enough. And now Secret getting ran at continuously by evil geniuses trying to take down Zai, and they are possibly going to get it for him. Yes, Fly gets away.
That courser.
Oh no, it doesn't. They managed to find him at the very end. Zai gets one more hit.
The golems.
Oh, they did it to him.
Yeah. Back from the dead. Able to bring him down, but evil geniuses with a huge fight for themselves. And of course, they don't get any XP on the side of Secret because it was the Centaur, the Mud Golem that got the final kill.
Well, that is a big win. EG now up 10-3 over Secret. A 2,000 gold lead.
Again, though, question is the Radiance, right?
Yeah.
It is still going to be coming out here soon from Nisha. It is that big power point for him. But at this point, I mean, when we were last discussing that, we had MidOne and Zai kind of jostling for positions with SumaiL and S4. Now they've kind of firmly cemented themselves ahead of them. Maybe S4 and MidOne are still a little bit close, but SumaiL dishing out so much damage in this early game. 4-0-6. A very impressive net worth so far from a guy that has not been hitting the creeps quite as hard as the Wraith King and the Sven.
And he's going for this build, too, to stay alive in the fights. That's all he really needs to do on this last track. Has the Yule Scepter there for a defensive save if things get a little bit too crazy, and also, of course, to help out his team against that Earthshaker.
Yeah, he's going to have to make sure that he does stay alive, though, if he goes in for this Bloodstone build. S4 going to run into Puppey, starts the initiation, maybe taking a look here, see if there's any friends.
Oh, the root. It's keeping Arteezy under fire, but he has his Blink Dagger. Going to come off cooldown in just a second. Should have it on him. Hasn't been delivered, actually, as of yet, and they actually recall in Zai. So Arteezy in some trouble now. He does not have friends with them, and Zai just continuing to run him down with MidOne in the area. Can they get an S4 again with the stomp, and Arteezy goes down. And now the Stampede to try and run away. They bring down the EG carry.
Yeah, that was just the level 1 in the impetus too. He's only level 11 when he got the final touch there. So nicely played from Zai. Good positioning there. Try to get the saves again from the supports, but not enough. This time they got to be careful. You don't have that much damage, so it's just some disengaging spells here.
Yeah. Not wanting to fully commit onto that one, but a very nice pickup for Secret, and does give Nisha a little bit more breathing room to farm up and finish off that Radiance. Just very close to getting it completed. As for realizing MidOne is in the area, he's going to get himself out of dodge.
So now we're gonna have that Radiance on the way, and they didn't really have to expend anything on the side of Secret, right? They're also really close to that Blink Dagger on YapzOr now with the tower gold even closer. So if you are Team Secret, potentially securing one more tower for yourself, and then I think you're starting to consider that Roche Pit just a little bit right now, right? With the Radiance, I think you're willing to take a fight there. Does depend on the timings and the cooldowns, of course, of the Elder Titan as well as that God Strength, but probably something both teams are going to be attempting to snag for themselves.
Always a consideration in these games, and you can see Dota Plus right now heavily favoring EG with all of these cores, and most notably, really, it's crit on this Wind Ranger that's really taken off.
Yeah, as you said, that these cores, yeah.
I mean,
he's up there with the upper stack, not down there with the Shakers and the Chens.
Yeah.
A very defensive smoke here from EG, basically just taking back control of their own area.
And this is feeling like it's taking a little bit too long. YapzOr has enough for his Blink Dagger, but they're actually not quite going to go for it. He needs to get over to the side shop to get it. I thought that was going to be a fight, but
Courier's
EG
going instead.
To back out.
It is a fat Courier, too. They bring it back. They're like, dude, that's way too risky. Get that thing out of there. You go.
Yeah, he's going to go and get that one. But that does scout it out the Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker. He walked right by a ward. So EG are going to be aware of this.
SumaiL.
Top side. They find one. MidOne in some trouble. And Arteezy, S4 shows up. And they kill off the Tiny. Another time, MidOne going down in this game.
Yep, same time, at least Zai is able to take that mid-tier 1 tower. So again, control over Roche a little bit more equalized here, as EG won't have that tier 1 tower to move to.
Midas back out again.
YapzOr is lurking now. Doesn't want to show anywhere. Wants to make this first big play with the Blink Daggers, so they're going to send Nisha out first. They have that Observer Ward, though, in the lane next to Nisha from EG, so they've already spotted the Earthshaker and the Ench kind of jostling through those trees.
And at the 20-minute mark now, with the mechanism done, they're just going to try and, it seems like, kind of wait to farm up their next set of items. But this is one of the pivotal points that we always talk about with anybody that builds a Bloodstone, really. What do they get out of the next fight?
Don't die.
Pretty much. That's what it feels like for SumaiL at this point as he finishes his off. You have to make sure that you stay alive in that next round of engagements.
It also helps determine his next item too, right? Whether it's going to be the BKB, whether it's going to be the Boots of Travel. These next few engagements are just super crucial. Now YapzOr hits that level 10, so he's going to make up for his build with the Tranquils, get himself that mana.
Now movement into the
surrounded.
jungle. YapzOr gets the blink away up to the high ground. Power shot lands the stun, and they find YapzOr getting greedy up on top of the cliff.
He really did.
EG is like, we know that spot very well. You can't hide there from us. And they will find that pickoff.
Maybe it was a taunt, you know?
Possibly. MidOne in the bottom lane, they find him as well. And Grit chasing him down, has the shackle shot afterwards.
Really? He's now 0, 6, and 2 on Tiny.
Oh, I was talking about Crit.
Well, I know Crit's doing everything. Is he a mid player? Because he's ahead of the Tiny. Okay, he's not quite, but he is kill-wise, that's for sure. 4, 0, and 7 on Crit right now. A mid-Tiny, an aggressive hero. Someone you expect to be going across the map and picking up kills for his team to create some space. No, he's creating space in the ground. His grave.
And to be fair, it feels like it's a lot based upon how much pressure they put on him. Like, this was the game plan from EG going into it. They're like, we're going to mess this guy up.
He will still be creating concerns, I think, for SumaiL if he does go for the Boots of Travel build before the BKB, right? If this guy's off on some side lanes by himself, Tiny's a very scary guy. He can blink, he can just toss you back to someone who's got a little more gold, like that Wraith King, right? Get the follow-up stun, then you get some help from YapzOr too. There's not a lot of safe places on the map in terms of split pushing, but Aleshrak, beyond just the Boost of Travel function, the TP is always going to appreciate all that move speed in the engagements. Move speed from the smoke now for Secret.
Oh, they jump forward. They find him, trying to get a turnaround here. Fly, able to get it. The splitter down. They have the shackle onto 1. There's not a lot of damage coming out from Zai, but now he turns to try and find the fight for the hook stomp onto 3. S4 makes it happen again. They haven't been able to play Dota for years. Coming in with the ankle slam. It's not doing enough damage, though. Maybe the follow-up coming from Nisha with the blade mail is, though, as SumaiL tries to run away. You'll Scepter, leave him alive. Is it going to be enough? He's still walking away. Crit controlling. Nobody has died except for that Earthshaker, but S4 again finds the big stomp, the power shot afterwards. They need to run away. Zai's doing too much damage. The avalanche toss, and the kill comes through.
They're able to get Arteezy up. Fly actually goes back in after wanding.
Dude, those Corsairs, all of that magic resistance, it's insane.
Yeah, they need it. The way they're like kind of stacking and delaying the fight, getting more and more spells off. And as you can see from that recap there, what, 3,000 more damage, and you're the ones who took down a core versus a support from the side of Secret. So you need a heck of a lot to get through all that resistance.
See S4 there, hitting a couple of big stomps, but it was not enough in the end. I mean, does it get to the point where you need to like focus those creeps down? I don't know. Not sure what the heck you do.
It's difficult to do though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're sitting with it, right? Maybe you come into a fight with your Midas is fresh or something and just opt for it, but they've only got 1 on the Sven, and I highly doubt Arteezy is going to be down for that play.
Maybe even going in and trying to like clear them through with the Sven himself if he's able to find him and spot him. But it's not easy. Not easy at all. 25-minute mark. Secret gonna pick up 3 of those bounty runes. SumaiL gets the other one.
Crit's actually a higher level in mid. That is nuts.
Has the mechanism, so EG has some form of sustain for themselves now as well.
And then the one reason that fight also went really poorly for EG was because when it started, Fly Spirit was on cooldown. So that's why he had to throw out a defensive Earth Splitter. He did not want to do that. Yeah, right here, when Arteezy gets jumped, the Spirit's not ready. So Fly's sitting there like, usually, right, I'm going to throw that Spirit, I'm going to stomp. He has the Earth Split instead. So already the fight gets messy. If they had a stomp on that 3-man ramp, that could have looked a lot better for EG. But S4 instead has to come through with that big hoof stomp there. And Secret, it's slow for them, right? Because they're eventually getting this damage out. But there's not enough from EG to secure the kills.
And maybe something similar going to happen here. Nisha's not with the team. sitting up on the top lane, but obviously can get in quickly if there is a fight brewing. S4 looking for an opening as the smoke is going to dissipate.
Yeah, the Ogre Frostmage is the only person playing the lane. He does eventually leave it, but other than that, it's just creeps and skeletons.
Yeah. Yeah, all of these creeps, they're super OP. You get the stomp coming through. Arteezy following it up, already initiating. Can they get enough damage out though? It's looking like it's going to be there. Zai also getting turned upon. They buy back on the Tiny though. Can they get any more kills? Secret trying to find something afterwards. The finisher timing from YapzOr. The BKB wears off. Avalanche controlling up this Sven. He's able to get a good shackle, but it's not enough as they will kill off the carry another time.
Yeah, just hopping onto the Tiny just feels like the worst possible option. He is the last hero you want to initiate on, I think, in these fights, because he's not that worth right now, right? He's got Blink Echo. I'd rather maybe try and get Zai before he can get anything, try and eliminate the Chen or the Earthshaker from the fight. And even the Raid Kick would be something. Yeah. Perhaps try and get down that first light without spending too much, but they actually spent a heck of a lot there just getting that first kill, and then of course he just buys back and puts in a good position for Roche.
And now you're in a position where you have to give up Roche as evil geniuses. They're going to try and slow it down with the Elder Titan Spirit. They have the stomps to land on top of it.
Oh, but his Spirit's going back.
They have an idea where he's at. Time to run away. And Yusuf built up SumaiL. Actually going to find YapzOr. Maybe going to bring him down. Hand of God has have to be used. The power shot comes through to finish him off. And now MidOne able to control on the fly. I mean, Roche isn't going down quite that slowly. Can they really get there in time to contest without a buyback from Arteezy? It's getting super low. Trying to make it happen, but it's not going to be enough. I mean,
oh, they're waiting. They
that
give
was
him a moment.
And now looking for the follow-up. Another stomp, another catch the shackle. Able to interrupt at MidOne though. Being that stalwart force in the middle of all of them to make sure they can't initiate onto the rest of his team does mean that MidOne is likely going to die again, but he's able to keep the rest of them alive. SumaiL still living through this one. Arteezy back in the midst of it. Turns on to Zai, wants to kill him off instead. Turns on to Nisha, barely able to keep SumaiL alive. There's no mana on Zai. He gets one last hit of the shot out. That's enough for the kill. And now Arteezy trying to stand tall against absolutely everybody. Needs to run away. The Earth Splitter comes through, still dodging. Crit even trying to slow them down with the Rinwin slow, but he will too eventually fall. And EG managed to get a couple of buybacks out, but still it's the Aegis for Secret.
Yeah, at the very least, you were able to, as you said, secure Arteezy's escape by losing. SumaiL gonna hurt them heavily there. And he tried to ignore the Raid King, but I don't think you can, right? He tries to go past him, try and focus on Zai, because he knows that he can't allow this engine to be there in the back line, but then there's no real additional follow-up damage there onto Nisha.
Easy breezy.
I think they just need more at a crit. It's hard to ask for more when the guy's 6'1" and 10, but
no.
It's the guy's got a BKB, so SumaiL can't do a whole lot to try and help deal with Nisha. And then that Blade Mail absolutely wrecks crit, which is probably why he's not targeting him, right? Because if I go for that focus fire on him, I'm just gonna die.
And you can see this opening here as well, getting that stomp, same time as the shackles came out actually.
Yeah, a little unfortunate in that regard.
But they did manage to find the MidOne kill yet again. And then, of course, the follow-up coming. It looked like Zai maybe was going to not be able to get the last kill onto SumaiL there.
Look at those coursers, though. I mean, you see the buffs down at the bottom.
It's true.
They're just hanging on the high ground there. So a couple potatoes. I guess the coursers could be the meat. It could be the meat and potatoes strat.
No.
We good with that?
I like that
Yeah,
idea.
sounds good.
Meat and potatoes. Let's fit into every cast.
Yeah, makes a lot of good. Well, first course, center coursers, they're still there. He's got 2 potatoes and some meat.
Yeah, they're heading off across the map.
Needs to find some more, though.
I like that. Zai, walking uphill. They have a shackle shot land. Nisha just gonna walk forward. They find the hoof stomp on the back line, but another fissure. MidOne not gonna go down from that one. The split earth coming through as well as it lands onto Earthshaker. This is a nice one. YapzOr tries to drop the Echo Slam. It's not quite enough. SumaiL needs to use to stay alive as he walks through the trees and then tiptoe his way away. And Arteezy also having to escape. This Enchantress does so much freaking damage. The shackle BKB reaction from Nisha before it landed. Still trying to run away. Arteezy able to get it. Another round of hoof stomps coming through onto 2, but there's no follow-up.
It's just delay. That's all it is, right? Every single one of these stuns, I feel like, is just trying to get them out. But at some point they've got to go in, they've got to get the damage to try and win these team fights, and it feels like it's still so far away. I'm talking like Bloodthorn, Sven, and probably like item after like Moonshard or something, because Nisha just feels like you cannot handle him right now.
Seems like Arteezy needs 5,000 more net worth of items, and lo and behold, that's how much Nisha is up.
Some good math right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, tier 2 tower going to get taken, in Secret, who have been so dominant all year long, going to try and take this game in the upper bracket. Assault Cure has done as well. And again, it's feeling like EG, their only solution is to try and delay. Stomp going to land. But no follow-up as of yet. Another round of shackles, trying to kill off the skeletons. They're not set back at all. So they're just going to keep on moving forward.
Well, of course, Nisha, there's no real concerns about mana burn this game, right? So
yeah.
He opted for the 2x skeleton spawn, which I gotta say, guys, if you haven't played it, it is one of the funnest talents, I will say, especially with the skeleton damage. But he opted for the strength this game. But these guys, you get so many skeletons, they enrich you with gold because they just go all over the map and farm for you, and they're great at sieging high ground.
Oh, and you can keep on spawning them over and over and over again. And, well, in the meantime, Evil Geniuses looking to find a pickoff. S4 runs into YapzOr and MidOne. A little bit of a toss-up in the air, and then, hey, how you doing? See you later.
Well, considering the way these fights have been feeling, I'm surprised the net worth is so close. Currently, Nisha, team?
Oh.
All right. Well,
he's just out of there.
no Earth Splitter in time there, and well, not gonna need his friends. As he's just feeling the strength of his hero right now. And now he's a Shadow Blade. Okay.
Interesting.
All right, Nisha.
What's the idea behind this?
He's looking to end the game here, looking for the back line, trying to catch just a fly. I mean, how have these fights been going, right? Just a nuisance. If we initiate onto anyone that's not fly, we get stomped. We initiate on someone who's not crit, we just get shackled or something. So if you can get onto one of those two before they can get their spells off, before the wind run, they can have a chance of actually bursting down one of these very annoying, essentially save supports at this point.
A smoke up coming from them as well. They will try and find somebody, but looking so far, nobody's around. They realize the smoke doesn't break on the illusion. Also that he's not killing off the creep wave. Kind of a red flag. And now
there's a pink from Arteezy too, so I think maybe
they know.
Saying the Shadow Blade, maybe, okay, might be going for a Silver Edge as well here, guys. But he does have queued up. He's also got a Moonshard there too, so we'll see which one he opts for. That is one thing with the Blade Mail, is that it does make your inventory a little wonky, I think, when you play Wraith King, because after the Blade Mail and the Radiance, you tend to get gold so fast that you're almost ready to replace the Blade Mail in like 10 minutes.
And again, it's sort of a testament to the craziness of Dota. Right now, the kill score 9-20, but if you keep your eyes on sort of the win probability and where we're sitting at this point in the game, it's almost back to about 50-50, it feels like. It's really swung back from where it was before. And, you know, Evil Geniuses, it feels like they're maybe losing a little bit of a grip on the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've lost it a while ago. I still think this game is very hard for EG to win. It's going to take, again, just time and time for them to do it. Maybe they can. It certainly helps that MidOne's been a virtual non-factor, but a damage sponge.
And this is a nice little pickup for them as well, taking down MidOne. Can Secret get there in time? Not quite. Now, they're kind of committed to this fight as well. Another great fissure coming from YapzOr, just to play spoiler to that kill potential. Puppey, okay, they want the bigger kill. They want to find Zai. BKB popped the turn, finding that kill, and Zai is going to eat the dirt. YapzOr also, he stuck around a little bit too long. One by one, Secret going down. None of these heroes have buyback, Trent. What's going on?
My weak and puny allies have failed me. What are they doing? They're fighting without Nisha.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's pretty much the only way things can go wrong, right? Is getting caught out like that. So great stuff there from EG to capitalize on that, and there he is.
Another round of it.
All right, got the BKB.
Finding their man.
They got the Earth Splitter.
Shadow Blade, but they got detection, or do they? No. They dropped the sentry ward off to the side. Is there any more detection coming through? Flag.
There we go.
Still chasing, but Nisha does the okey doke and gets out of there.
Now, does he farm the lane? No, okay, he's not that brave.
Now, I thought that the Roche was going to be back up in time for him to take advantage of the lack of buybacks, but does not look like that's going to happen. So with the 3,000 gold lead, EG, again, starting to play catch-up, and getting farm onto that big bad Sven.
Well, as you said, catch, right? Because much like the way that you're able to delay these fights and drag them out because the heroes on EG, equally they have very good catch from those same heroes, right? Even there's the Spirit scouting ahead, you've got the Wind Ranger who's so quick with the Shackles, the Leshrac with the Yules, and then S4 who's been flying out of his mind with the stomps this game. I will say, I feel like I haven't given quite enough credit to him. He's been hitting 2 or 3 man stomps virtually every single time. So if the fight goes bad for Secret, it's gonna go real bad because they're gonna run you down like that.
Well, it does feel like it's kind of a weird game right now for S4 because he's kind of just this big ball of auras and a stampede from time to time with that big stun that comes out. Yeah. But really not lacking that damage. That's where crit is coming into play. And well, speaking of crit, he's going to get pulled back in.
He's level 20 though.
Talent. And the chase forward, the Bloodthorn. Look at the damage coming out. S4 finds the stomp there again. Onto Arteezy, trying to take down one. It's going to be Zai. And now afterwards, turning towards MidOne. The Avalanche trying to delay things, but it might. Oh! YapzOr! Where's the follow-up though? Nisha's there. Do they have enough damage? It's not looking like it's quite going to be there as EG continue to run through them. And SumaiL just backing away from Nisha. His BKB wearing off soon. And actually, crit lives through this one as well. Avalanche isn't going to be enough. They actually reveal himself, and crit goes down. Puppey also going to hit the deck. Another round of another bunch of kills. Nisha just trying desperately to hold on here. Chasing down and finding Arteezy. They blow him up. Able to get the kill on his Sven. MidOne with this buyback might be making enough space for the rest of his team.
Yeah, good buybacks there, and they know the Roche is up. We have to come back and fight for this one.
And that's for chasing. SumaiL shows up for another round, and now catching on to MidOne. This fight's going on for forever, it feels like. Another Avalanche, but crit doing the damage for his team with the Split Earth afterwards. They take down the Tiny.
They made it past, right? SumaiL reading the game so well by going for that Shiva's guard because he got initiated on at the start of that fight, and Nisha couldn't kill him. He suddenly realized he's hitting this Leshrac, and he's like, I'm not doing nearly enough damage to this guy. And so he kind of wasted the break on the Leshrac. He did eventually get a break onto the Sven, which might have helped a little bit there at the end. But EG, they have made it past. I was worried about the potential high ground there from Secret, but they held fast to those big pickoffs at the 30-minute mark. And now, Secret trying to delay.
Wraith King jumps into the middle of him. The Aegis, it's going to get picked up though, and now Nisha, he's committed. He does have ulti available, but does he end up having to pop it now? Crit trying to run away. Zai caught off to the side. They don't have BKB to pop. Untouchable doing so much work here. SumaiL, can they get it in time? Still chasing. SumaiL going to be able to find Puppey, but can he get any more afterwards? Nisha turning on SumaiL, eats the cheese and able to back away now. Crit's still living through this. They're kiting it all beautifully. EG trying to run, try inside. The Echo Saber slow in the rundown. Nisha's going to call. And they find themselves another round of another couple kills. Blade Mail be damned. EG, you're coming.
Last man standing. Falls for Secret, and now it's EG on a rush.
And down mid, because guess what? They have used every freaking buyback in the game, and are they going to go for it all? EG right now, 85 seconds with no Wraith King. In a topsy-turvy matchup, if we've ever seen one. Yeah. How much do they want to test?
At some point, if you don't make that timing right, the one guy's not going to be enough, and they just dropped like an absolute rock on the Enchantress and the Tiny, and that big boulder was nothing but a pebble this game. One of the most disappointing performances you've probably ever seen if you're MidOne. Just could not find a game. EG doing a great job, of course, of focusing him down. But MidOne just not able to make the plays here, so they're going to lose themselves that mid set of racks as well as the melee on the bottom. Secret in a spot here now.
You can see 10, 3, 11, and 34,000 hero damage for Arteezy. He's played a pretty nice Sven, it must be said. But to me, one of the standout players definitely got to be Crit. This guy's been all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's got these nice KDAs this game, right? Because they only got 12 kills on the side of Secret. But, I mean, SumaiL 9-1-19, and then Crit, as you're seeing there, 8-2-19. 8 camps stacked. He's doing it all. He's got a ward destroyed. He spent 630 gold on support items.
Amazing.
Wow.
How can we deal with it? Man, so Shrine's taken basically 2 lanes of racks. You've got 25 on Lesh also. So all of those Diabolic Edict explosions be causing some trouble.
That's how you siege a high ground right there.
Oh yeah. Hasterin picked up for SumaiL bottom, or rather top, and there's an Arcane down bottom. But if you're Secret, what's the play at this point? Like, you're down 15,000 net worth. You've got at the very least Aghanims now on MidOne.
You need crit. Yeah, exactly. You need a Chrysalis on that onto MidOne. You got to make these big plays. You want the BKB so you can actually cast the spells. Definitely a fair choice. But they need some ultimate wombo combo stuff here from Team Secret. But they've done it before. We have seen them come back from games that looked worse than this. Unfortunately, I don't think they have the heroes to do it as easily this time. The Enchantress and the Tiny, it's so difficult when you're so far behind.
Definitely. Well, and to Chen too, to be honest, like a hero that has a lot of save, a lot of defensive ability. We've seen the power of those creeps in the mid-game fights. But right now, not really offering a whole heck of a lot to the team.
Yeah, Puppey's popping those tomes. Trying to get himself up to level 20, wants some cash, but it's gonna be a while.
Absolutely. So EG pushing down the top lane next, dotting their I's and crossing their T's, and trying to, oh my God, that is quite the swing in the last couple of minutes. That was 6 minutes ago.
Hey, 2% is generous.
For some solid NA match again.
That's, I've seen some mega creep comebacks here, adjusting the formula. We'll give them 2 this time.
Butterfly done for the Sven now. And still sitting on the high ground as they just hold off. Do not want to throw this lead away in game number 1. Again, Evil Geniuses, if they came in here and were able to make the upset happen, I think it would be a huge surprise for a lot of the Dota 2 community. Team Secret have looked so solid throughout the entire season, but the big test for them has always been TI. It's a test that they haven't been able to come up with a victory for as of yet.
Feels the same for everyone, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
That darn TI gets to a lot of teams and becomes the monkey on your back, and Secret is certainly one of them. And VP, you tend to think of as the 2 big ones who annually seems like they have these huge expectations, and everyone's like, no, but this time it's gonna be different. And of course, it's only game 1 in the upper bracket. I'm not trying to jinx anybody here, not throwing out the curses, but
a very solid showing from Evil Geniuses. Yeah, there you go. You say it. Yeah. SumaiL gonna TP in, clear out this creep wave, and then try and get the push on, it feels like here. 15,000 net worth lead for Evil Geniuses. And still an opportunity for Secret if they can find that perfect fight.
Yeah, obviously they've outlasted the Aegis. It's a good start, right?
Yeah. I mean, it feels like the path to victory has to come through YapzOr again on that Earthshaker, hitting the big giant echo slams and then having the damage afterwards from MidOne and Nisha.
Yeah, but these are some meaty guys over there. I know you guys are the ones with the coursers, but that Centaur over there, he's got 3,650 HP.
Yeah, it's true. To mention that Aeon disc on crit now, he's not going down. KB's galore. And bottom lane is where Secret want to try and find a pickoff, anticipating that they're
probably hoping for a SumaiL TP, I would assume, down to that bottom lane. Baiting Nisha on the top, but it looks like EG have a very good read on the situation. Crit the only one not nearby. He's up top, perhaps thinking that he's tanking the smoke. You can see he's edging himself by the tree line. Yeah. Now he's going to join his team. They're on the run, on the hunt.
They see Zai, though. Stomp off the mark, but they managed to find the silence and the follow-up. Stomp for the kill.
Venison.
70 seconds on the sideline for Zai as EG going to clear through those creeps and push in for another round. Maybe take down that tier 2 tower. We are still about a minute and a half away from Roche being capable of respawning. And a nice way to start this one off is bottling up a DD, or just taking it, because why not?
Regeneration.
Time to take down a tower, I think.
Yeah. Easy peasy. Or Arteezy.
Playing the buddy system here, keeping crit nearby for SumaiL, just in case he needs to save. He still doesn't have a BKB. Likely not going to see one this game. He's very close to the Oct range.
Jumps in, finds the YapzOr. He's already used 1 round of it. The stun comes out. The silence is there after. Oh, he's Arteezy, not caring about anything. High ground.
Couldn't even hit the buttons fast enough. He's like, I hit the mech, dude. I couldn't hit the hand of God for you. I'm sorry.
Chase forward now. Arteezy, he's feeling it, ready to go up on the high ground. It's a lot of damage out with that break. The avalanche toss. Arteezy pops the BKB, now trying to chase. This guy's mad, wants to shut him down, see if it's going to happen. And indeed, he finds 1 kill, now looking for the second, killing off his old captain, and now looking to take a bit more as the tier 3 tower goes down and everybody retreats. Chase forward though. Avalanche throwing out that Wraith Fire Blast. Now Nisha, Shadow Blade, Chase, BKB. Wants to kill off SumaiL, but SumaiL very speedy on that ledge. And Arteezy doesn't care. The rest of his team is dying. He's farming up a hard camp.
Yeah, SumaiL even just gonna pop that Bloodstone for ultimate safety here. So they do defend enough, at least past the YapzOr death. So they'll be able to come back, but some costly buybacks there on the Chen and the Tiny. One step closer to just being able to close this game with a single kill now from EG.
And Wraith King realizes I need a big item. Doesn't matter if I have buyback. I've got my ulti, and he is going to go for the full-on Bloodthorn after the Shadow Blade, wanting to make some magic happen. So often this has been the guy to carry.
Yeah, there's some heroes that maybe this will work on, but they have an Observer Sentry combo in the mid lane, so they see him.
And Crit, scouting things out. They're even sending the little creeps up to get vision. And that potato might get killed off here by Fly. Looks like they're going to leave it alone for the moment.
I don't think he's got the time.
That's true. 46 minutes in, Evil Geniuses looking for one last push onto high ground, possibly. Although Roche, now we know, will respawn in 2 minutes. So a little bit of a longer period of time for EG.
Yeah, only benefits Secret, I would say. Trying to give themselves a little bit more wiggle room here. Perhaps just one more item on some of these heroes, another level, anything that will help in this engagement, because they're certainly going to need it all. Nisha and SumaiL tangoing it out down here.
And Nisha.
Yeah, he's got the TP, but he's got to be careful.
Going down the TP.
There's a talent there, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nisha getting caught out, killed, and that man just bought out. He doesn't have buyback.
Is this guy human? I didn't know. I mean, the guy's been so mechanical, like a robot the entire season, but perhaps a little error there from Nisha.
And the 25 talent, like you mentioned, from Leshrac, making the distance, their difference between the BKB. And now this is an easy push for them. I mean, it's 1,300 gold away. Secret need a miracle and a bit more than that.
Goes from King to King Slayer. You know, SumaiL, he wears several hats for the team.
The huge pickoff from SumaiL. And now EG moving up onto high ground. This hold feeling like an impossibility. They need everything from YapzOr as well as Zai. Looking for that opening. Fissure going to be thrown out. They also have the tree toss coming from MidOne. They're going to run out of trees, though, before they can burn through these EG hero pools. SumaiL still holding on for the moment. They use the glyph.
Remember, when Nisha's dead, it's a 60K net worth lead.
That's true. He is a monster.
That guy's got a lot of it tied up in himself.
And they do a buyback on Zai, but MidOne jumping in. YapzOr able to find the Echo Slam. It's not enough damage. Arteezy able to get the BKB off, takes down YapzOr. No buyback from him either. EG smelling blood, going for the chase. SumaiL still trying to run away. The stomp is going to connect onto one, but their eyes on the prize. Evil Genius is going to take down these tier 4 towers. And Secret, they can't believe it, as they are not willing to give up, but this game is well and truly over. Evil Geniuses are going to go up 1-0 over Secret. A disconnect coming out. Secret really